Hi everyone, welcome back. We start with the preview and after that we have the unboxing as always. In this shot we can see some of my sizes in other brands and also a closer look of this label. I didn't find anything else in the box. In this shot we can see both shoes and we start with the left foot because we want to check both if the quality is consistent or not. If the cushioning is important for you, you should pay attention to this part. In red color we have the values for the internal midsole stack. As you can tell, it's quite a bit less than we can find in external midsole stack. And those are the values that we care about. This pair is the second pair that I tried from 4D model so far. With the first one, those they were too big for my feet, so I did recommend to size down half of size. In this case, these ones are true to size, surprisingly. The other one was in 2020, so there are 2 years difference in between them. These sneakers, visually, they are very pleasant, at least I like it, the way how they look. And I'm hoping that they are as good as they look, but as a spoiler alert, I did find some problems with them and you'll find out about them till the end of this episode. We can see here the external labels. Feel free to pause the video every time you need. I'm sure that by now you noticed this 3D printed midsole on the sneakers because we can tell that there are a number of layers in that midsole and those they are creating this very complex system. Some of you are wondering if this is the future, this is the best way to make a midsole, and I will say that is not, at least for us, for the customers. This structure will allow to get inside anything basically. Maybe water won't be a problem, but anything else like mud or I don't know, sand or any kind of dirt will be very hard to remove it in comparison with a regular one made with foam. So if you are asking why this, well, maybe because it's cheaper. I'm just guessing here because I don't know if this is more costly or not to make it. And how about the cushioning, you might ask? Well, I did try this once and unfortunately it's not enough stack to see how good is that cushioning, you know. And with the one that we have here, well, it wasn't impressive. It wasn't at least as Ultraboost 5 or Ultraboost 20 or Ultraboost Web. Maybe compare it with Ultraboost 21 or 22. This one was, let's say, equal or just about the same, for me at least, in cushioning. I did see a video on YouTube where a pretty well-known YouTuber speaks very highly about these sneakers. Well, don't believe everything you hear. I tested and I didn't find anything that he said there, so obviously everyone can say whatever he likes and whatever he thinks. And in his favor, at least, he said that those sneakers were sent by Adidas. So yeah, for those that they are watching videos jumping from minute 1 to minute 5 to minute 10, well, that's on you, you know. The guy did said that on the beginning of the video. I personally didn't find any benefit over the regular ones. I mean, not even one benefit, you know. I thought they were, I don't know, lighter, but they aren't, and you'll see it in a moment when it's that shot with the weight. Or maybe that they have good stability. Again, it wasn't the case. So basically why they are making this model? Well, it's simply because it's new and the new sells in general. Till a number of people will say the truth and then the things are start to change, you know. So if you are asking me what is wrong with this shoe, well, I will tell you. In forefoot, I didn't find the cushioning that I was expecting to find in these sneakers for the price that they have, because you have seen the price, right? Well, that's why I have a problem with them, because of that price. But maybe you don't care about the cushioning this much as I do. Well, the problem is that is not the only problem with them. I did have also problems with the comfort. The laces are digging into my instep. That's another bigger issue for me. So by now we have lack of comfort, lack of cushioning, and also of durability. they won't last as you might think. And you will say, yeah, but they have great soles, they are thick. You're right, they are thick. But how about the materials? And I will show it a little bit later what I'm saying here. About these insoles, I only can tell that they are too thin for my liking. They don't give enough cushioning as they should, nor they are made to last. I don't feel that these ones will last too much, to be honest. In this shot we can see the footbed. It has a thin layer of fabric and under is a bit more softer than I was expecting because of the material, I suppose. We have that midsole directly under that thin layer of fabric. This plastic piece again is a thing that I don't like it. I don't find any benefit on that, but it does give me some problems when I have a bit more tightened those laces. In the shot we can see the right foot. I did check it both. I didn't find any problems with the stitching or the gluing in these shoes. In comparison with 2020 model that I tried before, these ones the material used in the midsole I think is a bit better. It's more like rubber-ish. That one was a bit more like plastic-ish, and I do prefer this one over that one, but they still have problems in the design aspect. They aren't made as they should be. They have to be a lot more improved to be a good value for money. The amount of padding in them I feel that is enough, but the material that covers that padding I feel that is too thin. It's not good quality in my opinion. It doesn't seem that it will last too much, to be honest. Like I said before, that footbed is soft in this case, but unfortunately that is a good and a bad thing at the same time in this pair. And I will explain this a little bit later. Here we can see the size of the laces. They are, let's say, okay enough, but the problem that I have it with the instep, how it's made. I believe that the version with the external cage, like the Ultraboost cage, that would have been a different review, but this version I didn't like it of these sneakers. In this shot we can see the thickness of this tongue. Well, that tongue won't protect your instep with nothing if you have high arch like I have. If you don't have high arch, you might get rid of the problem or part of the problem, but not entirely, I believe. Except maybe if you have flat feet. Please pay attention here if you are thinking to run with these sneakers. These sneakers, they won't give you any support, in my opinion. I mean, look at that sole, how easy it is to bend. You can bust your ankle in any moment, with these ones. At least this is what I'm thinking. I think they are even dangerous to run with it. The funny thing is that on the Adidas webpage, there are runners with them on their feet, like they are preparing to run with these ones. I mean, why you are posting those kind of pictures? The people will get fooled with those pictures. And if you are thinking how they are, if I'm twisting them, well, I will show you. Look at here. I mean, I don't make a knot with them, but they are way too easy to bend these sneakers. I mean, look at that. This is not normal. You don't have any support for your arch if you are stepping on something hard, or I don't know. This is dangerous, like I said. Here we can see the weight of them, and like I said before, I don't see any benefit using this material over the foam. This one have quite some weight in comparison with other sneakers. You're gonna see it in few seconds. So like I said before, I did lost the footage on this scene, and I had to find something very similar with these insoles, and this is what I found in my archive. So the first sensation with them on my feet, they are a bit narrow. That is the first thing that I noticed. The second one, I noticed that those laces are digging into my instep when I'm trying to lacen them. If you don't have high arch like I have, you might not have these problems, or not as many as I do. Next, the cushioning. It might not be the greatest one, but it's not too bad. The problem is that in forefoot it's almost non-existing. I mean, it's so thin that you cannot feel it. They should have been like on the back. The drop, it shouldn't be this big on these sneakers. There is the problem. The drop is too big, in my opinion. So like I said, the width is a bit too narrow for my liking, and on forefoot, like I said, it lacks cushioning. So like I said, the softness is not too bad, but it's just not enough of that midsole. That is the biggest problem with these sneakers. I think it came the time for pros and cons. For pros, I do like the design, the way they look, the silhouette that they have. They are quite nice, to say this way. I like that they have reflective materials. You're gonna see it in a moment in a video, and this will be it. Now cons. For cons, like I said, the cushioning is not good enough. The tongue is too thin. It doesn't protect my instep from those laces. Those laces are digging into my instep. The sole, it looks thick, but it has problems, and you'll see it in a second. They run a bit narrow, and the price obviously is way too big for what they are. So I'm not saying you shouldn't buy them. It's up to you. If you want to try them, it's your choice. Nobody will stop you. But this is my opinion and the way that I see them with my feet, you know. The amount of reflective materials is good enough on them, I will say. Maybe I wish they were having in the back also, but more or less I'm okay with that. And here we can see why I'm saying that sole is not good enough. They were used inside. For indoors use, this is not acceptable. Now you know all the truth. I think I will end here this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe because it's so important for me. Have a nice day and take care of you.